Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again for your weekly dose of the Deans of Destruction, the creators of chaos, the majesties of mayhem as it may be. Of course, it is Saturday night, it is 9 PM, and it is time, once again, for 5 guys and a Gigalith. In tonight's episode, we discover whether their warranted arrogance will build them up for a great fall, or if it will indeed aid them in their quest for annihilation. Let's find out. And so our match begins in the traditional sense, in the way that it was always meant to be, with Potato on the front lines, taking the brunt of the hits early in the game, setting up his stealth rock where it is necessary, and exploding if it is so what he shall decree. Indeed, it begins with a Giga Drain from a Roserade, but can Potato take the hit and live on sturdy without a critical hit being factored in? Will he indeed live normally? He does, ladies and gentlemen! His training with the Dalai Lama has ensured that the sturdy live is, in fact, potentially viable and completely secure. And so, at a moment like this, it would seem apt, of course, for the opponent to go for the Sludge Bomb, knowing that it would, without a shadow of a doubt, take out the Gigalith, but also give coverage upon anything that potentially could switch in, i.e. the fucking man. Of course, I go to Kong, predicting such a move, and yet he continues his onslaught with the Giga Drain, which the fucking man could take much better than Kong could ever do. And so, indeed, fucking man comes in, but alas, Roserade switches on the same turn. Suicune is alive and kicking and able to take any move that the fucking man throws his way, and therefore, because of this fact, the fucking man is gonna get the hell out of dodge, U-turn on the Suicune, do a completely outrageous amount of damage, and leave him feeling wounded, hurt, alone, and brutalized. But he shall not have these feelings for too much longer, ladies and gentlemen, because I Will Kick You is back in the building. Hitmonchan has once again joined the fray, having missed out on the first episode of 5 Guys and a Gigalith. He has been training long and hard in an underground secret location with his one and only namesake, Master Jackie Chan himself, giving himself more power than he could care to even ever imagine. And such is the case as he strikes down Suicune in a foul swoop with a Thunder Punch, takes on Roserade, as it attempts to Giga Drain his health back and take Hitmonchan down. But ladies and gentlemen, the special defense stat is strong with this man, is strong with the force he is. He ice punches the Roserade, freezes his foe in its stance, and destroys him for once and all. And so our great hero, having dispatched 2 of the greatest threats that Yu has to offer, is still alive, still kicking, and able to throw priority if he so wishes, which would be apt in such a situation as this, where the Master of Illusion, or not so in this case, Zorok, switches in, attempting to take on a hit from Hitmonchan, which Mach Punch it probably would be able to do, and so, saving himself, he switches out, allows Incredible to take the onslaught hit from the Zorok, as it U-turns out, and puts it in prime position, able to annihilate whatever does switch in. Porygon Z is the option. Porygon Z is able to come and destroy what it may think it can. And what it may think it can destroy stands right before it. Azumarill Incredible, the Water Rabbit of Doom, decides to sacrifice himself in the name of 5 Guys and a Gigalith, going for the Aqua Jet as his last spurt of inspiration to drive on the rest of the team to carry on in his name as he falls to an electrifying shock from the sky. And so, with knowledge in hand, with a grasp of the fact that Porygon Z now carries the fabled Choice Scarf of Legend, Kong brings himself in, knowing that the Porygon Z can no longer continue such an assault as long as his ground typing is a factor in the matter, and thus it is a factor in this case. He throws an Ice Beam in the way of a Zapdos, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, if one were pertinent and able to see, that is not in fact a Zapdos, as Stealth Rock does not do a significant amount as it switches in. The Master of Illusion, Zorok it may be, and so Kong is forced to switch to go to Potato as a sacrificial offering, and allowing himself a free switch to another member of the legendary 5 Guys and a Gigalith. Therefore, confident in his ability and knowing that his blistering fast pace cannot be matched in the UU scene, the fucking man comes in, the fucking man U-turns, and the fucking man takes out Zorok, destroying all semblance of manhood that he may well have carried at some point, switching back in to the last and only member left to show his face. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know him as the real man, the real McCoy. McBoss is back and ready to kick some motherfucking ass. Zapdos is first on that list, and being at full HP, even if Zapdos does outspeed the Arcanine, which he so happens to do, McBoss can take a Thunderbolt with relative ease, is able to charge up a fully powered Flare Blitz, smack him in the face, and take the Zapdos down in an earlier round to a smidgen of HP, which is no problemo when McBoss is involved, because he can still go for the extreme speed, not only able to live the Life Orb, but take down the Zapdos and prime himself for a final extreme speed on the Porygon Z upon switching, which is exactly what happens. 5 HP still in the bag, and Porygon Z, time to be eliminated. Ladies and gentlemen, McBoss has once again proved himself worthy, has once again proved that his manliness has made him stronger, and is able to take PZ down with no questions asked. And so, as we approach the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen, we know that there is only one thing left to be done. Of course, it must be prepared, and so Hitmonchan takes the front line, is able to throw a Mach Punch into the way of the mere pretender, the mere imitator that this Arcanine's supposed to be. You, sir, are no McBoss, and it is so clear, because of course, a McBoss would extreme speed a Hitmonchan, knowing that Mach Punch was coming, but this poor fool of an Arcanine throws a close combat my way, lowering his defenses and leaving him, as it were, defenseless, because, ladies and gentlemen, Life Orb will not only knock him into the oh-so-auspicious orange, but it is time for him to feel the true wrath, the true power, and the true annihilation that we all know as the fucking man. The fucking man has one obstacle over which he must climb. Can he live the extreme speed? Will a Life Orb Arcanine unstab priority hit be able to take him down? No, it shan't. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Giga Impact to decimate the Arcanine, to eliminate him from the field of play, and a critical hit just to rub it all in. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching 5 Guys and a Gigalith. If you enjoyed this video and would like others to see it, I would appreciate it if you did me a good favor and emulated everyone's favorite motherfucker, the fucking man, by leaving your own massive impact on that like button. Hit it hard, hit it strong, and make it count. Join me again next week for another enthralling episode of 5 Guys and a Gigalith, where we discover whether their arrogance will once again aid them or cause them a great downfall. Goodbye.